Hello everyone and welcome to the class for Transportation Engineering. I am Professor Kakade Vidi and we are learning unit number 2 geometrical design of highway. In the geometrical design, where in this unit we have discussed several points to make the roads safe, efficient, and we could say that serviceable. Okay, so this is the next part of this unit, which is highway drainage, which means the system of a drainage in the highways. Okay, so in that system, where we are going to look at several points which is related to the drainage point of view of a road surface. Okay, so first of all, what the mean of a road drainage? We would see that the drainage of a road is the system of a collection, efficiently collecting, removal and disposal of surface and subsurface water. Okay, to disposal of or to collect the water which is on the surface, water which is caused from the different perspective like precipitation or any kind of the water leakage. Okay, that kind of the things. Okay, so subsurface water to provide stability of road by keeping the road surface and foundation in dry condition. First of all, why drainage is too important from the stability point of view of the road? Here we could see that. So without wasting time, we are going to learn the next point, which is why the stability of the road is depending on the drainage condition of highway. Okay, so first of all, most of time you would see that after the rainy season, the maximum road surface is been damaged, non-stabilized, settled or uneven. Okay, that kind of the condition happen after the rainy season. There is a reason behind this is that because there is no proper drainage system is provided, sometimes the roads are get submerged in the water, or on the road the rainwater get stored or stable at their position. So that's why it percolate in the downward direction. When it percolate to the downward direction, it just start deteriorating the subgrade portion. Okay, what is the subgrade? The portion which is exactly near to the ground. Okay, which gives the stability to the pavement. Okay, so when we provide when that kind of a deterioration starts, the upper surface or the pavement is get settled or get damaged. Okay, so that's why we are provide that kind of the drainage system. So first of all, we would see that the upper coat or the pavement surface is what we can say percolation resistant, or we could say that impermeable layer. Okay, the topmost surface of the any road is impermeable layer of any road. I mean that of a bituminous road, tar road, or a concrete road, that kind of a road surface. Okay, so the uppermost surface are impermeable surfaces. Okay, so that impermeable surface does not allow any water to percolate to the downward direction through the road surface. But most of time it happens that the ability of that road surface does not match with the pressure of the water which is collected on the pavement surface. So that's why what we are going to do, we are not let the water stored or stable at the road surface. So that by that measure we could resist the water surface to be stored at particular surface or percolate through the surface. So next point from that is the entrance of water in the subgrade can prevented. Okay, so entrance of the water in the subgrade or any other layer of the road pavement can be prevented by road drainage system. So first of all, you must to learn one thing is that here the what the meaning of entrance. Okay, what the meaning of entrance? So in the entrance itself is showing that prevention. So the topmost layer already tried to prevent the entrance of the water. Okay, but if the pressure from the upper surface or the water is more, or water in the stable condition or static condition, it applies more pressure to the road surface. So in that system, we avoid to store to produce static water hydrostatic pressure condition. Okay, how we are preventing to produce hydrostatic pressure by providing proper drainage system. Okay, the next is sufficient drainage important during location and geometrical design. So provide a sufficient drainage is the important factor. Okay, it is the important factor in the location and geometric design of highways. Okay, so what it means that in the some conditions like in the dry area there is no need of providing too much drainage system. Okay, it is already dry condition and there is not too much rainfall at there, so the hydrostatic pressure is not applied on the topmost surface of the road. Okay, and geometric design also, there are many geometrical design factors which we studied in the previous videos, that the providing that kind of the geometrical factors or geometrical design factors to the road which cause or which does not allow the water to be stored at the, or the water to be stayed at the road surface. Okay, uh, the inadequate drainage will eventually result in the serious damage to the highway structure. In addition, traffic may be slowed by accumulated water on the pavement. Okay, and the accident may be occurred as a result of hydroplaning and loss of visibility from a flashing and spring. Okay, so if there are a pot or there are some uneven surface and there the water is stored, so when the vehicle passed through it, the splashes came out. Okay, and that splashes block the visibility. Okay, and the road condition, the road may be slippery, more slippery, friction is less, and that kind of the condition might be happen, and that's why the accident might be happen at there. So that's why we have to provide proper drainage condition. Okay, so in the next point, which is here, that requirement of good highway drainage system. Okay, so here we understand that it is important to provide proper drainage system. Okay, for the road. So how could we provide a proper drainage system? What kind of the measures we should provide? What kind of the infrastructure is needed to drain out the water properly from the road surface? Okay, so here first one, there are 9 points which write it down here. The first one is the camber. In the camber, it is the cross slope. Second one is the gradient. Third one is the cross drainage system. Adjoining land, highest flood level, side drains, intercepting drains, water table, and water logged area. Okay, so that are the different points by which we could achieve a proper drainage system. Okay, so here first one is the camber. So first of all, what is mean by camber? It is the lateral transfer slope provided to the pavement of a road is known as an camber. Okay, what it is? It is the cross slope, or we could say that it is the lateral gradient or slope provided to the road. So that first function of this camber is to drain off the water. Okay, in a lateral direction, the slope is provided throughout its length for drain of the rain water. Okay, it does not allow to state the water at the pavement surface to avoid the percolation of water to the subgrade system. Okay, next point is the gradient. So gradient is the camber is the lateral slope, and gradient is the linear slope. Okay, what it is? Gradient is the linear slope. So the linear or longitudinal slope provided with respect to the length or vertical distance, it is known as a gradient. So so when we provide a gradient to the road, it automatically it drain off the water automatically and collect it at the some position. So when there is a gradient, one is the falling gradient and another is the rising gradient. At the middle portion there is a valley type portion might be formed. So that portion where the whole water is drag at that position, and from where we could collect all this portion water. Okay, so that's why we are required some kind of a cross drainage work also there. Okay, so water is come at that position, so where we could drain off it. So there we have to provide a cross drainage work. So the next point is the cross drainage work. Okay, overflow of water on the road surface can be prevented by proper and suitable drainage of a cross drainage work when highest flood is occurred. So here what is mean by cross drainage work? When the drainage, okay, natural drainage or man-made drainage crosses the road surface. Okay, and that drainage is known as a cross drainage. So that drainage must to be prevented come on the water to come on the road. So that's why we provide some kind of cross drainage system. So what is the cross drainage system? The culvert, bridges are the cross drainage system which we provide to let off the water smoothly and properly. Okay, the next is the adjoining land. So adjoining land, the water of the so adjoining land is the side land of the road surface. So most of time when you see the highways, okay, national highway, state highway, that kind of the highway, the highway is at the very high position, or high position in the sense from the height. Okay, the adjacent land is at the lower position and the highway is at the higher position to avoid the water which from the land to come on the, or to prevent the water to come on the road surface. Okay, highest flood level. Okay, first of all, highest flood level is the water level which is marked during the flood from the last or the previous years. Okay, so in the previous years here you could see that one thing, when you provide HFL highest flood level, you have to mark that highest flood level when there is a flood situation. If consider in the last 20-50 years, there are 10 times there is a flooding condition, or 20 times there is a flood condition. So during that flood condition, the local authority marked that water level at some position. So that position is considered as the flood level. So from that, all the flood level, which is the highest value, is known as a flood level. So we must know while constructing the highway from the particular area, we must know what is the flood level at that position. Okay, when there is a, we know, consider that if there is a 500 meter, okay, sorry, 500 meter, I misinterpreted it. Consider that there is a 50 centimeter or 40 centimeter or 400 mm. Okay, there is a some kind of high flood level. So the highway should be above the that level. So when in the next upcoming years, if there is a flood like condition, if there the flood level might be below that particular level. Okay, so this is the highest flood level. In the next, there is a side drains. Okay, so the camber, which is a cross slope, is drain of the water from the surface. So drain of the water in the lateral direction to the side of the road. So when it drain of the water, there must be some kind of the infrastructure which should be collect the water. So that drains are provided to both side or one side of the road to collect the water which is draining off from the pavement surface. Why it is required? If it is drain off the side of the road, it might be percolated through the side to the internal or subgrade surface. So it is required to as soon as possible to drain off the water surface. Then intercepting drains. Okay, intercepting drains are the due to the topography of the area, water flows toward the roadway. Okay, and this can be prevented by constructing the drain called intercepting drain parallel to the road surface. Okay, so the huge parallel to the road surface, the drains are provided in known as intercepting drains. Water table must be known. Okay, so if there is a marshy land or some kind of the land that the water table is really near from the ground surface, it apply uplift pressure to the road surface. Okay, when water table rises during the rainy season or any other reason, the uplift pressure acted upon the road surface from the bottom. Okay, in the upward direction. So it is the most dangerous thing, and that thing will distort or disturb whole what we can say the whole surface. This is known as that water table is considered that. Okay, then waterlogged area. Careful attention should be given to the waterlogged area containing the determinantal sets, and sometimes flooding can be occur if there is a waterlogged area, marshy land is there. So many times it happens like that. The flooding again and again happen at the particular area. So that's why we have to make sure there must not be any waterlogged area. And the 10th point which I forgot to write here, that which is underground surface of water. If there is a underground drains are provided or underground sources like aquifer and that kind of a things are present below the road, it also will cause a problem to the road surface. So that's why it is not allowed to be provided. In the next, so these are the requirement of roads. Okay, for the good drainage system. And the next point is the type of road drainage system. What kind of the road drainage system we provide? There are two types, which is surface drainage and subsurface drainage. So first is the in the surface drainage means from the above the surface, and subsurface is the below from the below the surface. Okay. So first one is the side gutters, which is side drain, then catch water drain, and then subsurface is the longitudinal drain and cross drain. In the subsurface drainage is provided when there is a marshy land, underground water source is there, or there is a water table which is very near to the ground surface. So in that situation, subsurface drains are provided. Until then, the surface drainage is provided. Okay. So these are today we are going to stop here, and in the next lecture we are learn a next topic from this main point. Okay. So thank you for watching the video, and keep watching our video to learn the in simple language.